I was actually stuck in an uncomfortable job. I don't see myself progressing in this job, and I don't see myself flexing my creative muscles. And so I need to get out, and I need to pursue like what I went to school for, and even more so than that, like what was inside, like what has been inside me my whole life. Like I love art and I love being creative. I was the kid that doodled in elementary school while the teacher was going on about math. I gave my 2 weeks notice. From that point on, I vowed to like just be in the creative field and pursue jobs that I can actually flex my creative muscles. Hi, my name is Alex. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, and I'm a freelance graphic designer. Freelancing means having authority and having jurisdiction over your life. You get to choose your schedule, you get to choose your projects. I think most importantly, you get to choose the people you work with, and that can definitely make or break your career. It's been an incredible journey. It's definitely a roller coaster. Every day is different. A lot of my first year was learning about the fundamentals of running a business, because that's also important. It's been a journey, and Contra has made that journey better because they're hiring better and they're prioritizing freelancers, and I appreciate that. It all started with a guy on YouTube named William Patterson when I was in grade 9. I loved his YouTube tutorials. He did tutorials on banner design. I just got immediately hooked. I was like, oh, I can like combine my love of art and combine my love of technology. In grade 9, I did visual arts, and that teacher told me to like go into media arts, which is what the course was called at the time. And then I pursued that, and the teacher really like encouraged me to like go to college for it. But again, I had been doing a lot of design work in the meantime, and just personally as well. As soon as like my dad got me my first laptop, I was just like off to the races with design work. My first unofficial client was actually a friend of mine in high school. He's like, "You do those logo things, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, "Well, can you like make me something for my like gamer clan, and I'll pay you $30. It's like, "You'd pay me to like make this for you?" From that moment on, it was like my eureka moment of like, wow, I can actually do what I love and then also like get paid for it. And I haven't stopped chasing that thrill to this day. So some advice I would give is to, first off, make that hard decision to quit where you're at if you're in a position where you can. If you're not, I would say get yourself into a position financially or mentally or all of the above where you feel good that you can take the leap into either freelancing or into either a position that you can express creatively. I think there comes a point where you can be ready only so much that you just have to take the dive. I think I had built enough of courage and a network that I felt like I could make it. And when I posted my announcement that I was going full-time freelance on Twitter, that post exploded. And from that point on, like I actually had to turn down work in the first little while because it was just too much. If you even feel 1% ready to take that leap, please do it because you won't regret it. I'd much rather regret trying and failing than like never trying at all. 3 tools I'd recommend for someone starting today. YouTube is one of them for the tutorials, and just the amount of knowledge and information there is an incredible. There's so many like crash courses on YouTube. I learned Webflow through Flux Academies. Was instrumental in like diversifying my portfolio of tools. Figma has some incredible resources as well to learn basics and fundamentals. But thirdly, and I think most importantly, tools that would master the fundamentals of graphic design. Get a good handle on the principles and the elements of graphic design. I think when you're starting out, you gotta be scrappy. You're just learning. So accept that you're gonna fail a lot, but know that you're gonna get better. And if you pursue that every day, you will get better, and I'm proof of that. Not to like boast or anything, but there's better days ahead of you than when you first started. And then freelancers should connect. Connect with as many people as you can. There's so many meetups that happen around. If you're not near a city that's big in size, find a place to go to. There's a lot of conferences that happen around the world. Network, because there's a lot of people that are giving away work. I've seen a lot of designers, especially on X, they have a lot of overflow work, so they're looking for good designers to send that work off to. Reach out to people. I know the cold email or cold DM thing is maybe not the best thing, but I think if you're approaching it in a warm way, where it's like you genuinely just want to connect with a person, I think that's kind of actually refreshing to people. If I was starting out today, I would share my work from day one because again, people love to see like a progression. They love to see a good like progress, like before and after story. And also documenting your work, how far you've come, and for other people to see how far you've come in your journey. In recent times, I've gotten actually a lot of work from sharing my work over networks like Dribbble, Behance, Twitter, LinkedIn, and of course Contra. Go fill your profile out fully. Get as many projects in there as you possibly can. Contra makes it easy for you to understand like what you have to do in order to have a full profile, so go through all the steps. And then just start networking on the platform, post daily, show your work, let people know what you do. If you're at a restaurant and you look at the menu and it's blank, people don't know what they can order. So the same thing for you, if you're a freelancer and people don't know what you offer in your services, how can they ever hire you? So if someone was starting fresh today, I would say be okay with getting messy, get comfortable with failing, and know that it'll get better. And that if you put the hard work in, you will get better and you will see the fruits of your labor. As I kept charging for projects, I just tested the waters. I was like, hey, maybe 500, hey, maybe 1,000. And those are kind of like, that was feedback for me to be like, okay, so this person thinks I'm worth this, or this person believes in me X amount of money, right? Now I'm charging $4K for brand projects. And again, it's like, that's for now, testing to see if someone else might bite for more. But I think it's good to like every so often test the waters, see, and even put out proposals that might be maybe a bit uncomfortable for you to ask. But if you're not tested and you're not uncomfortable, then you're not gonna grow. When I want to find more clients, I first ask. So I will post on LinkedIn, I'll post on Twitter, I'll post on Contra. Just ask and see what people are saying. A lot of times it's through a friend of a friend or through a network connection of a connection. So I think it doesn't hurt to ask. I think you have to be humble enough to ask. There's always gonna be low periods too. If you can get yourself to a place where you have work for a year at a time, that's a great thing to work towards. But things can change in a second. That's the volatility of being a freelancer. But that's also a bonus of being a freelancer in the sense that you can create your own schedule. A lot of these times, maybe you'll work with a client that they come back with feedback that makes you feel so small or makes you want to like just get a full-time position. But I think it's especially in those moments that you have to like hunker down and go through the fire, so to speak, so that you can come on the other side and even like prove to yourself that like what you're doing is worth it. There's kind of an aspect in like the deepest part of you that's like, it's worth doing that. And like, if you enjoy that work, why would you kind of look elsewhere, do something else? Especially freelancers who are alone, they can get too much in their own heads. I've definitely had moments like that. I think it's wonderful to surround yourself with a network of people that you can confide in, go to, hang out with, do things that are not related to your work. Find hobbies and things that, again, pull your mind away from the work. My go-to reset routine, I like camping, I like biking, hiking. Again, the typical like be in nature. There's a reason why people say that. There's a reason why it's a cliche. Green definitely helps. Get outside, get some sun, go to the beach, do things you enjoy doing. If you're with family, please go love on them, enjoy them, spend time with them. When I do those things, I come back with a refreshed mind and just a different perspective to work on the project. Success for me looks like a healthy life, healthy relationships. And the thing with freelancing is if you do it right and you get to a point where you're doing it well, you have the time given back to you to prioritize those things. So for me, like being able to work out weekly, being able to like spend time with my wife weekly, those things are important to me. We only have so much time in this earth, and we all want to make the most of it. So freelancing definitely has given me the time back to do the things I love most. The next 3 to 5 years look like continuing to grow as a designer, both technically but also empathetically. Love finding new clients that I would want to establish long-term relationships with. When you find good clients, keep them, help them as much as you can, do for them as much as you can, go above and beyond. It's easy to get lost in your head thinking that you're something at a certain point in life, but If you shift your perspective to be a lifelong learner, you will go so much farther and sometimes even faster. If you're always the person who is hearing people out in the room, going to the conferences, reading the books, just soaking everything in as much as you can and then applying it, you will soar. You will soar as a freelancer.